Peace, home-based business style. Today is the 23rd of July, 2013, on a Tuesday News Day, and the time is 12:55 p.m. Pacific. And I was reluctant, but almost on my way to saying the 24th because once again we're a day ahead. So this post that I'm doing right now is going to drop tomorrow the same way as the post that I did yesterday dropped today. So we're moving forward in time. Literally, see it, you can be it. So today I decided to do things home-based business style because I was looking at the last couple of posts, and that's where you get to see at the end of the day. And I want to give you a little bit of peek at the beginning of the day where it all gets started, and that way you can notice the progress and notice the difference. Basically, it's just a change in clothing and emotions. So, got some easy listening actually playing in the background, some jazz, and I want to go ahead. I'm gonna turn it down now. Turn it down now to go ahead and get better focused on what it is that I have to say. So I want to go ahead and get this out of the way because it was one of those subjects that come to mind, and you need to go ahead and put it right on the table right when it comes fresh when you're thinking about it because that's how the force moves. So loosen up, tie some, and see if we can get focused on making things easier. Not talking against the president, but actually talking with the president. Can't talk for the president because the president is the president. Um, on the news, I could probably turn on Fox News right now and they're still talking about it. Why Barack Obama made a statement about the Trayvon Martin, George Zimmerman incident and align himself with Trayvon Martin. Like, you're the president of the United States for everybody, not just black Americans. And some people are pro, some people are anti. But one thing that he did mention, and it's listed on penpop.com as far as the transcript, is how life can be hard on African American, black, darkies, African American males in general. He mentioned the analogy of walking into the department store and being followed, and that's true. That happens sometimes. Walking across the street and having people lock their doors, that's true. That happens sometimes. Lady clutching her purse. I don't know when the last time that one has happened. She might think you're like, I don't know, NBA basketball player or something. But that's an interesting point because I have to give props to Kanye West because he actually mentioned something like that. I thought I was the only person that really peeped that angle, and he mentioned something like that on his song "New Slaves" from his new album, which kind of artsy fartsy according to my preferences. But when he really got a chance to say what he was really trying to say, like, hey y'all, at the end of the day, this is what I'm trying to say. He actually did make a pretty interesting point, which is that these days an African American might go into a store and they might be very well following them around, but they're following him around this time to ensure that he gets what he's looking for so they can get some of the abundance of money that he's there to spend. He's going to go into that store and he's going to trick off quite a few dollars. It's quite possible and probable, and the way the economy is now, uh, personal feelings aside, when the money comes in, those things change. And it's funny how money can change things, but there's actually a post about racism and how money cures it. One or two actually on penpop.com, and maybe we can bring them up later. So that's a little shout out to Kanye West for that statement. But even with that, I think the president, or I'll just go ahead and add in that although sometimes life is harder for African American males In some ways, it's actually easier for African American males. And I think if we can come to a synthesis in regards to which ways it's easier for each of us in regards to any of our differences, kind of throw them into one equal pot where we can just have a pot of easy. I know that's a outside the box type of thought, but different strokes for different folks, and different thoughts and different actions lead to different results. So let's see what we can come up with. Caucasian American, white people, whatever the politically correct term is, make stuff harder than it really needs to be. That would just be my assessment. And my proof is that I'm looking at the computer right now for the type of stuff that I have to study in business. Hey man, when you're talking intelligent business, you got to listen to intelligent business people with reputable names. So there's a few magazines, a few different publications, a few different popular speakers, a few different tweets, and they say kind of the same stuff over and over again. Use the buzzwords, add value, uh, branding, leveraging, engagement. You know, the buzzwords for the business in the box type people that kind of want to do a business, so they might pop open a website and figure out what to plug in to get the results that they want. And it'll show up on the stats and the metrics and the demographics and stuff like that. But I think that actually points to what it is that I'm really talking about. Caucasian Americans or white people, they tend to make stuff harder than it really needs to be. And if you ask African American male if they really to put this into practice, a whole lot of us could agree that, man, actually that's the truth, because it leads us to ask questions like, well, how are we able to just do this and not know all of that? We didn't go to college for marketing or management or any of that, but just basic common sense things black people, African American males, just did tend to do easier. I think it's just out of necessity for having to make things easier. We got enough complications as it is with society, but some things we don't need to make complicated, or some things that are complicated we just make simple. So one example is with the whole Jay-Z thing that just came out, and they kind of bashed his album because he did something different than what he was supposed to do, which is the same old thing that he's been doing. But we give him props on his marketing, and it was a clever marketing move, but really, without any knowledge or thorough, intricate knowledge of the internet, he was able to just make this one or two little adjustments and boom, get a different result. But he didn't study all of these websites and blogs talking about how you're supposed to pitch to your client and streamline your core audience. And this, if I'm sounding like I'm mocking, it's because I have to kind of listen to this kind of stuff sometimes. But all of that stuff is not really necessary, at least when it comes to pimphop.com. With the social media thing said over and over again, we tend to keep it simple. You can come to something like a Facebook, and my thoughts on it is I look at the screen, I say, okay, what do I see here? Okay, here's little mama, she's cute, and it looks like she wants somebody to like her, and tell her that she's important. She wants somebody to say good stuff about her. So let's just make up something that helps to better that. Say something nice about her, give her a promotion, and boom. She's happy with that. She comes and checks over and over again. Satisfies the need. But didn't need to read a book or have some in-depth marketing analysis to do that. I mean, girls just want to have fun, so make up something that allows girls to have fun and move it forward. They respond, and got yourself a show. Show must go on. So I just wanted to throw that out there for all the smart business people, because a lot of times nowadays, after Caucasian Americans have tried everything that they know to try, they might come check over in some hip hop or pimp hop culture and try this one little thing, and it just pays off just like that. One little simple adjustment that a person can come and tell them, Fortune 500 company, hey, look, if you just change this and do this right here, guarantee it's gonna pop off. Check it out. They do it, and it gets that results, and you got yourself a lifelong client or ally or follower, taken from personal experience. Person that's talking to you right now, people that are listening, they've been listening for a long time, but that's the actual technical reasons as to why it works. African American males take the most complicated stuff and keep it simple. Be easy and be honest. Clear and honest communication. Say what you mean what you say. One thing leads to another. So that's about it for today in regards to what's going up tomorrow on Wednesday. This is home based business. Loosen up your tie some. Be easy. Some easy listening. I don't know if you can hear it. And yeah, just build the plane while it's in flight. That's the easiest way. Take off, and then while you're in the sky, get to put in the seats and the dashboard and the floor and the bathroom and the waitresses and the attendants and the wheels that you can land once you come back down on the ground and all that. But first things first, you gotta launch. Impossible. It's about what your mind can perceive. But if you keep it simple with yourself, I guarantee you'll see some different results. So other than that, I do appreciate you tuning in. Notice a little bit of spike in numbers, but guarantee this is here to help you out. And the first way we're going to help you out is by knowing that it's as simple as you make it be. So if you want it to be easy, we'll have it be easy. And you can consider it another victory and make a decision to be at peace.